Hello, good morning student. Today my video of class 8 math science. We will discuss about microorganisms. Students, this chapter I have already studied in our live session and already we have discussed what are microorganisms, why they are called microorganisms. We have also discussed about the different types of microorganisms. The different types of microorganisms are students. I hope you all remember it. The very first is bacteria. The next is algae. Third one is protozoa. Fourth is fungi. And fifth one is virus. Okay. About bacteria and algae, we have already discussed about in our live session class. Now, today we will discuss about the protozoa. So here we will start protozoa. What is protozoa, students? What is protozoa? So protozoa are a group of single-celled microorganisms. Protozoa are a group of single-celled microorganisms which are classified as animals. So we can write here protozoa are a group of single-celled organisms which are classified as animals. Students, they have characteristics like animals. Means like animals, they can move from place to place in search of food. Okay. So protozoa are a group of single-celled. You cannot say organism. You can more better here. You can say that it is microorganism. Protozoa are group of a single-celled microorganism which are classified as animals. Okay, students. Now, more important thing about protozoa, they have characteristics like animals. They have characteristics like animals. What is the meaning? Characteristic like animals? Man means they can move from place to place like animals in search of food. As animals move from place to place in search of food, so protozoa also move from place to place in search of food and can move from place to place. This is the characteristic like animals. Okay. Now, how they get their food? They capture their food and eat them. How they get their food? They capture if they make their food. No, they cannot make their food. They capture their food and eat them. They capture their food and eat. Okay. Now here a question arises in our mind: where are these protozoa found? So they are found almost in those places where there is a little or more amount of water. Means almost protozoa are found in those places where the presence of water is possible. Means they are found in river, watery place, lake, it is also a watery place, ponds, also watery place, sea water, also watery place, dirty water drains, and also in damp soil. Because in damp soil there is also presence of water. So where there is presence of water, the protozoa are found there. Okay, friend. Now, protozoa. Some examples of protozoa. So amoeba, entamoeba, paramecium. These are some examples of protozoa. So we are writing here amoeba, entamoeba. It is a protozoa which causes which is in our human body dysentery. Entamoeba, paramecium and plasmodium. These are some examples of are some examples of protozoa. Okay, students. Now all protozoa are not very helpful for us. Some protozoa are very harmful for us. Means some protozoa are parasites and they are and causes disease. For example, Plasmodium protozoa, which causes malaria disease. Ant amoeba, it is also a protozoa which causes dysentery disease. So you can write here, some protozoa are parasites. Protozoa are parasites and causes disease. For example, malaria, dysentery. These are the diseases that are caused by the protozoa. Okay, the next our microorganism is fungi. We have to study about that. So students, these 5 or 6 things that you have to keep in your mind about the protozoa. Okay, now we move on to the next microorganism, fungi. The next type of microorganism is fungi. What is fungi? So fungi are a large group of organisms. Fungi are a large group of organisms. Large group of organisms which do not have chlorophyll. Which do not have chlorophyll. And do not photosynthesize. Do not photosynthesize. Okay. Fungi are a large group of organisms which do not have chlorophyll and do not synthesize. There are different types of fungi. Some fungi are unicellular and some are multicellular. For example, yeast, it is a fungi that is unicellular, and mold, it is also a fungi but it is a multicellular. So fungi are of both types. They are also unicellular and multicellular. They are of both types. They are of both types, unicellular and multicellular. Multicellular. For example, one example of unicellular fungi is yeast. An example of multicellular fungi is mold. Okay, so fungi are of both types. Now where are they found? So students, fungi are found all places from hot deserts to cold regions, but they grow very well in dark, warm and moist places. But they grow very well in dark, warm and moist places. They are found almost everywhere. They are found almost everywhere, means from hot deserts to very cold polar regions. Very cold polar regions. Polar regions. But they grow very well in which places? Dark, warm and moist places. But they grow well which places? Though they grow well in dark, warm and moist places. And moist places. Okay friends. Now some diseases, some common diseases that are caused by the fungi are ringworm, that itching on our skin, always it occurs in summer season especially. Diseases caused by fungi are ringworm. Another disease is athlete's foot. Athlete's foot. And other more diseases also. So these three or four points you have to keep in your mind about fungi. Okay. Now our next microorganism is virus. One of the most important microorganism that we have to also study in very brief in our senior classes. So we will move on our next microorganism, virus. Now the next type of microorganism is virus. Viruses are the smallest microorganism. Out of these all microorganisms, these are the smallest microorganism. So viruses are the smallest microorganism, smallest microorganisms which can develop only inside the cell of host organisms. Actually they are called the chain between the living and non-living things. Viruses are also known as the chain as the living and non-living things. They are so small in size that you cannot see by your naked eyes. Only you can see them by electronic microscope. They can be seen only by electronic microscope. They can be seen only by electronic microscope. Viruses are the living things, but they do not show characteristics of any living things. Like they do not show characteristics of living things. Like they do not respire, feed, grow, excrete, and move on their own. Means they have no any characteristics like living things, but one of the most important characteristics of living things, like they also have, but they reproduce. Like all living things, they can also reproduce. Okay, but where they reproduce? They reproduce or multiply only inside the cell of other organisms. Okay, they can multiply or reproduce only inside the cell of other organisms. Almost viruses are very harmful for us. Some diseases that are caused by the virus are caused by viruses are common cold, influenza, smallpox, chickenpox, polio, measles, etc. These are the diseases that are caused by the viruses. So these things you have to remember in your mind about the viruses. Okay, students. Now I am completing this video here. Now in my next video I will discuss to you how the microorganisms are helpful for us. So thank you students for watching. Continue it.